You are a disgusting lawyer, period.
Repeat offender. Repeat offender.
Cat boxes!
Hunter Biden's laptop.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
To Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation.
Hello, lighters.
Hello. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing great, Di, and I want to say something right off the bat. I want to just jump right in and address the 800-pound elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Gorilla in the room, they say. People are talking, and people like George fucking Clooney are out there saying
God.
this, that, and the other thing, causing discord right now. I'm going to tell you the most important thing. Most important thing is that we all vote Democrat. We all go for a blue wave. I don't give two shits if they run a fucking chair. I'm voting for the chair. I am going for full blue, but they shouldn't be doing this shit with Biden at this point, because every single time on the right, when that fucker says fecal legal matter and shit like that, they just blow it off. I don't care, I'm voting for him anyway. Why does the left fall the fuck apart when the guy with the stutter and is really tired has a tough time talking one time? Why is that? Why do they fall fucking apart?
The left wants...
I don't get it.
The left wants absolute perfection. Biden has to be perfect in everything, and he also has to run a marathon and be an Olympic champion
and box Putin while he's at it.
Yeah, and do all this shit, and has to be absolutely perfect. But Donald Trump could be the most flawed fucking human being on the fucking planet.
Right.
And they're behind him.
He's basically running the office, and they're all voting for the office for another season. But we're looking at it as, hey, look, Biden has put together an administration that has accomplished probably more than most other administrations in history.
Yeah.
I'd go so far as to say this is probably the greatest administration that we've ever had.
I think you're right.
I'm voting for this administration. If they say, well, your vote for Biden is a vote for Kamala Harris, awesome.
Good.
Put me down.
She's
I'm for
absolutely
it.
qualified.
I told you what I wanted in the first place. 4 years ago, I wanted to vote for Harris Buttigieg. I want to vote for that again. I want to vote for Harris and anybody. I want to vote for anybody that employs Buttigieg. I want to vote for anybody that keeps this trend going, keeps this administration going.
How about
I don't care who is the
stands
puppet
for
at the top.
democracy? How about just stand for democracy? Let's just, like, can you get a lower bar than that? Can you just stand for democracy? Because maybe that would be good, not be an insurrectionist, rapist, fucking pig.
But we can't we can't be pushing against. We can't have this infighting this late in the game.
I agree.
And moving towards this shit.
George
Clooney, get your shit together, motherfucker. We
fucking-
have to fucking vote blue. It doesn't. Biden's our boy.
Yeah.
We said it months ago. What do you want for breakfast? Doesn't matter. You're getting Biden. What do you want for lunch? Doesn't matter. You're getting Biden.
Yep.
That's a beautiful clip because that's what we're doing. That's what we got behind. And Clooney, you should have been behind it with us. It should have taken a lot
You know what?
more.
You're a
than
white
one
rich
fucking
man.
thing.
You're a
Yeah.
white rich man.
You can change the race on your own,
How
probably.
is any of this fucking shit gonna happen? And not only that, you've got a fucking villa in Italy that you can escape to. So fuck you, George Clooney.
Right.
Fuck off.
Absolutely.
And not only that, instead of fucking creating problems, how about you talk to fucking Taylor
How about
Swift?
you unify?
No, how about you talk to Taylor Swift and say, why are you backing Joe? And she'll give you fucking 150 million reasons why. And
Damn
she's also
Skippy.
got $150 billion, so she can actually fucking back it up.
She's smarter than him, too. So he's got a pretty face, and that's about it. She's got talent. She has
He's
everything.
an actor. Why the fuck are we listening to them?
I'm not going to get into that. I am going to get into the fact that he shouldn't be
Yeah.
causing dissent at this point. We should be unifying at this
It
point.
shouldn't be national fucking news that George Clooney said, Joe should step down.
We all agree it can't be Trump. Can we just unify on somebody and run it? That's it.
Unify behind democracy? Because if it ain't Joe, guess what? We're fucked.
We got to go. And everybody listening, we want you all to take the pledge with us that we're all going to vote blue. We're voting Democrat.
Everybody here is
we are
gonna
getting
vote
it all
blue.
going. We know that. We're all doing it. Don't pay attention to all this dissent that's
That's
going
what I say.
on.
Don't panic.
Just move forward and vote the blue on the ticket.
Yeah, don't panic. Don't
Don't
get
panic.
discouraged. We have got to keep pushing forward and put your middle finger in these people's faces and be like, fuck you. We're not
Absolutely.
listening to this shit anymore.
You know what? I don't care if he misspoke. You know what he didn't do? Didn't
Rape
rape a
little
fucking
kids.
13-year-old with Epstein.
Yeah.
Look how we both went there.
You didn't rape
The
little
exact
kids.
same spot. Yeah.
So guess what? You guys keep defending your rapist candidate.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, he's-
ahead.
He's a good talking rapist.
How good?
Your
are you
guy
gonna
looks sleepy. Yeah, he looks sleepy because he's tired running the fucking country while your guy is raping little kids. Allegedly. Not even allegedly.
Not even allegedly. You don't even have to say allegedly. This shit isn't fucking documents. We can read it for ourselves. Law documents.
Yeah. Did you see I forwarded the link to the Epstein documents actually on Threads?
I already have been knee deep
Gotcha.
in it.
I figured you were.
And not only that,
Yeah.
I noticed that nobody actually has been reading these documents out loud. They're like, please
No.
read it for yourself. Because I think that if we try to read it, we'd get dinged. We would get dinged for it.
Well, you know why? Because if you do a search and you say Trump, oh, 0 comes up. He's not in these. But if you do a search for individual 14 or whatever he's codenamed as at that point,
his name,
it shows up a bunch of times in there.
His number is John Doe 174.
John Doe 174. That's the one. Yep.
You know, John Doe 174.
Sorry, I'm smoking weed. I didn't know the exact number. But.
And no, we've got. Look, I've got a lot here. I don't even know where to start. You
I'm
know,
going to turn it over to you. You
how
start.
about Sherry Jacoba says the number of times Trump's name appears in Project 2025 is 312. The number of times
Never heard of
Trump
it.
name
140 of
appears
his
on
people
Epstein
wrote it.
flight logs alone, just the flight logs alone, is 69.
Yes.
The number of votes
14
that
flights at
Trump
least.
tried to get the GA of Secretary of State to find to steal the 2020 election was 11,780. Why do these numbers not matter to mainstream media? And I would also add to that that there are 76 known photographs of Trump and Epstein together.
Yep.
There are 200 John Does in the Epstein files, and his number is 174. And you want to talk about Biden's age? How about what's the age of the kids that Trump and Epstein raped?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
11, 12, 13-year-olds? You want to talk numbers? Let's talk some fucking numbers, assholes.
Right. Yeah. Can I back up for just 1 second here? And I wanted to mention something else about this whole thing before we got into this. Sorry, I got distracted on this.
And
I'll pick it up later. I'll pick it up in a second. I'm sorry. I totally brain farted, lost it. The joint just kicked in.
There's
But
been no story. This is Noel
It's a good
Castler. Noel Castler. There's been no story more ignored by mainstream media than Trump's relationship to Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how in a week where you had more court documents highlighting his participation in Epstein's sex trafficking and crimes, Trump disappeared and mainstream media covers Biden. Corporate media knows who they are really working for, and it ain't the public.
That's it. That's what I wanted to make a comment about. In the mainstream media, they were talking about the interview that Biden gave with Stephanopoulos. I watched this thing live, right? And I'm picking it apart live while I'm watching it. There was a bit of a flub, but wasn't that big a deal. It was a misspeak, that's all. And Stephanopoulos basically, fed him the answer at that point. Outside of that, there was no issue. There was one thing about it. There was one thing about it that he said that the mainstream media completely twisted. He said, look, if the Lord Almighty comes down and tells me to step down, I'll step aside. But the Lord Almighty isn't doing that.
Brian,
now, that's what he said, but
Brian,
here's what the
I got to say something.
I want to call out the mainstream media for bullshit.
All he did was ask him the same fucking question over and over and over and over and over again, just different fucking ways.
Yes.
Are you going to step down? Are you going to step down? Oh, is you going to step down? Are you too old? Are you going to step down?
Yes.
That's all he fucking did the entire time. That's why I would get fucking aggravated too and be like, look,
No, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with what he said. But what he said, and again, listen very specifically to what he said. He said, if the Lord Almighty comes down and tells me to step aside, I'll step aside. Mm-hmm. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But the mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, you guys got to do better. You got to do better, because what you ran with after that, what they said after that was that Biden says he will only step down if the Lord comes down and tells him to. And that's not what he said at all.
Right. I know, honey, because they won't.
Pissed me off.
They won't. Because all the CEOs that own all of our fucking news media are all Trumpers. All of them.
And
there's
it gets
only
them all
like
ratings.
6 people. There's only like 6 people who actually own all of our fucking media.
Yeah.
All of our local TV
Yeah.
stations, all of our mainstream media,
Yeah.
mainstream news sources, all of our Sinclair owns all the goddamn radio stations. I mean, forget about it.
It's the Murdoch model. Yeah.
The game has already been rigged against us.
But that's what pissed me off the most about that, is that it was a clear and obvious lie. That's not
Yeah,
what
but
he said.
They don't give a fuck about journalism anymore.
I know. That's
They don't
the
fucking
thing.
report the truth.
I'm telling
These
our audience
Epstein
members
files,
that they have to watch
how long
for these
has it
things.
been out? It's been out for and not only that, all this
been out for a
information,
week, hasn't it?
all this information was available in fucking 2015.
Yeah.
All of it.
They just
And
wouldn't
what did
talk
they do
about
with it then?
Buried
They didn't
it.
do a fucking thing with it then.
They buried
And
it.
this is a major scandalous fucking news story that is being absolutely completely fucking ignored. And I'll tell you what, it makes them really fucking look. It makes them look worse.
Yeah.
It makes them look 110% worse. And I feel like American people we are aware. In 2016, we got duped because the Russians and them fucking with our internet and fucking, putting in disinformation where it needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing, 2022, or 2020, 2022. They're doing the same thing now. And I feel like We've been through this for the last 10 years, motherfuckers. You're not getting away with it this time. Like, you're not pulling the wool over our eyes this time. And I feel like everybody fucking knows a vote for anybody but Joe Biden is a vote for Donald Trump. We have figured that out. And no more third fucking parties and no more
Democrat. Vote Democrat. Straight across
what's his
the
name
board.
pulled out and we got fucking Nixon. You know? Al Gore should have never conceded. He should have had a fucking recount. 500 votes he won by. But we got the Supreme Court to fucking make that goddamn decision. We cannot allow this fucking shit to happen again.
And speaking of
They've
the
played
Supreme
all
Court,
these playbooks before, and now they're compiling all of it into one. How, like, Carter got fucked over by Reagan by holding on to the fucking hostages and all of that.
Right.
He's saying right now, he's just saying it out loud. I'll get the guy in Russia released if I'm voted in.
Yeah.
But then says, you know, the black lady basketball player should still be there. He's such a fucking piece of shit.
Absolute, complete piece of shit. We know that. That's why we have to vote blue across the board.
And, I really like the fact that, I was listening to Mary Trump and her crew today. And one of the guy, Brian Karem, he used to work in the White House press corps, right? During the Trump administration. He's the one who first asked, will you concede to the election? And Trump said he never answered. He's like, no, if it's free and fair, blah, blah.
Right.
Okay. And Brian Karem, yeah.
Nebulous
So
response.
he was on there and he goes, we are the media now. Like Mary Trump and the Mary Trump Show and Midas Touch and Hal Sparks and all these other people. We are actually the media because we're the only ones who are spewing the goddamn truth.
Yeah.
These people are getting paid millions to sit there and fucking lie to us the whole fucking time. And for 2 weeks, you're gonna fucking blow up this story about Biden being too old and he should step down.
Right.
2 weeks.
All just for ratings. And I'm sorry. We would love ratings too. Please like and share and subscribe. But we're not going to compromise our views for ratings. And that's exactly what I see is going on here right now. They're diving into this whole, Biden might have to step down. Biden doesn't have to do shit. They could sit Biden in a wheelchair and wheel him around, and I'm still voting for the motherfucker because his administration has done more than any other administration in history, as I previously said.
Yeah.
I'm voting. I'm voting blue.
I know.
And, if they say a vote for Biden is a vote for Harris, as we said before, thank you, yes, love it.
Yeah.
And if you want to run Harris instead, okay,
you want to talk about how old he is? How about this?
Anything but Trump.
You just say Michael Parker, age 10, oral rape at Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, 1992. Trump paid his parents a $3 million settlement. Kelly Furrer, 12 years old, $1 million settlement paid in 1989. Allegations of forced intercourse, which is rape. And it's not forced intercourse, you fuckos.
He was doing commercials with Grimace at that time, so he was like,
Trump Tower,
he was in his
New York
40s
City.
or something.
Charles Bacon, 11 years old, $3 million allegations of oral and anal intercourse, 1994, Trump Tower, New York City. Rebecca Conway, 13 years old, claimed intercourse and oral sex. Trump's Vineyard Estates in Charlottesville, Virginia, 2012, $5 million settlement. Maria Oliveira, 12 years old. Her family was paid $16 million to settle allegations of forcible intercourse occurring in Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, 1993. Kevin Knoll, 11 years old. A 10-year-old boy, an 11-year-old boy, and another 11-year-old boy. Anal rape, Trump Tower, New York City, 1998. Settlement details are unknown. You want to talk about what's in Jane Doe's Trump versus Epstein complaint of rape, sexual misconduct, criminal sexual acts, sexual abuse, forcible touching, assault, battery, intentional and reckless infliction of emotional distress, duress, and false imprisonment and defamation. That's what Jane Doe was suing them for.
Right.
So,
and we have Trump already confessing on Howard Stern about how he loved to walk around behind the scenes at the Miss Teen USA, where the contestants were as young as 15 years old, and he's bragging about seeing them topless and naked all over the place.
And how about this?
It's disgusting.
Who put this? I can't remember
He's
who put this
disgusting
out.
fucking pig of a human being.
This was from...
First thing he does in the morning is hiss at the sun and close the coffin.
This is from the Jane Doe versus Trump and Epstein's complaint. So when they were releasing this, they said Trump won't show his tax returns because they will reveal how many out-of-court settlements he has paid to silence his assault victims and their families.
And he wanted
the
to
list
delay
of
discovery.
Trump's child victims came with an interesting reference point that was apparently part of the documentation in the settlement cases. Trump was designated with a psychiatric disorder referenced in the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder. The referenced disorder is, quote, pedophilic disorder, unquote.
So why can't we get him disqualified with that?
I don't know. Because people won't read this on the air. They won't read this on MSNBC and CNN and on local fucking Sinclair stations, local TV stations.
Right.
They're not going to read this on the 6 o'clock fucking news.
So how do we get him nailed on this?
Because all the people who own all those stations are right wingers and donate to fucking Republicans. Okay, so what we have to do as citizens and streamers on YouTube is take this clip out. Somebody take this clip out where I just read all of that, and you can take that short out and you can spread it all over fucking internet. You have my permission. Go for it. You know what I mean? Fuck these people. You're gonna go ahead. Let MAGA try to defend a fucking child rapist. It's right here in black and white.
Yeah.
You want to see court documents? You will be so disgusted after you read these court documents. I'm afraid to read them out loud because I'm afraid we'll get dinged. You know what I mean? They're documents. They're court documents.
If they're part of the public domain.
Okay.
You know? Freedom of Information Act.
The
all
thing
that sort
is,
of thing.
it's like hard to fucking read it and not fucking start bawling your fucking eyes out.
That's right.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, because you have the witnesses describing and the victims describing what they were victimized with.
Yeah.
How they were victimized.
I mean, and literally, you have people who have committed suicide because of their fucking relationships with Epstein, and people from Deutsche Bank,
and not
and
just
Trump,
the relationships,
and Putin, like people
because
flying
of
out
the
of windows.
followers of those people. They target those people and they start harassing those people as well. It's a crazy tribal thing, of course, that built up around that. They built it up around him. And it's not Trump who's sending these people off directly to them, but he knows that his followers are psycho enough to go off after them. And maybe they'll kill him and they'll just go away. That problem goes away.
The girl that quit the girl that quit the lawsuit 4 days before the election quit the election because she was getting hundreds and hundreds of death threats on a daily basis.
Exactly.
And guess what? She's now missing. Nobody knows where the fuck she is.
Hopefully because she doesn't want to be found and they're smart about it. But she could be fucking, might have gotten to her. Maybe they got her. I don't know. We don't know. Until she resurfaces, we can't tell. Maybe they got smart about it, crushed a couple of,
Ghislaine must be shitting her fucking pants on a daily in prison since these files came out.
What? Ghislaine has something going on because Ghislaine knew all about the fucking cameras and all about the videos.
Oh, yeah.
Where are the videos?
Ivana's fucking grave.
Even if it's just the camera over the front door of people coming in and going out. I'm not talking, you don't even need the videos of the disgustingness that was going on inside there. But if you have it, let's nail these people to the wall and fucking take their asses down.
Anybody has those
even
tapes,
if we don't have that, we have enough just showing them coming in and out.
Release it.
So why? And she obviously was close enough to have access to those. So either she's turned them over already to somebody. Somebody has already pressured her
when
to turn
Bill
that
Barr,
over.
when he was
Somebody's
arrested,
using
Bill
it.
Barr got all those tapes. Bill Barr got the tapes.
Okay, but Bill
when
Barr
he was
isn't.
raided by the FBI, they got all the tapes in New York City.
But if they're encrypted and he doesn't have the decryption code,
Honey,
then
he worked for the fucking DOJ. They got the fucking info. That's why all these fucking Republicans still won't turn on Trump. They probably got more info on these motherfuckers because how many politicians, how many fucking
somebody sitting on all that info is what
Trump
it
is. Donald Trump absolutely had access to all of that information. Why do you think he's got so many fucking boxes of fucking shit stacked up in his fucking...
Seems like too much of a shithead puppet in the front. Who's the guy? Who's the big donor? Not Harlan Crow. Yeah?
Well, that's
Harlan
to
Crow.
the SCOTUS. His fucking owners are goddamn
SCOTUS is a
Xi
big part of
and
it.
Putin and the what's the guy? The chainsaw massacre guy.
The Bonesaw Saw?
Yeah, Bonesaw guy.
The Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm sorry, but they're
No,
all
that's awesome. I
horrible
liked it.
fucking.
Yeah.
They're all horrible people.
They are.
The people that he praises are fucking absolutely horrible people.
Che Cheeto met today with Orban.
Oh yeah.
Today.
Yeah. How about
with today's modern Mussolini?
Yeah, how about
Met
this?
with him.
Biden has done 18 appearances in 12 fucking days. Plus, one in front of fucking NATO. And Trump is meeting with Orban after Orban has met with Putin and Xi.
Yeah, Trump's the reason that they have that extra chair in the bedroom in the hotels, because that's the cuckold chair and that's where he's at while he's letting Orban
so
nail Mercedes.
And we just watched the fucking what is it, the UAE and the Russian airplanes next to fucking Trump airplane in a fucking weirdo spot in the fucking airport several days last week. I mean, just like you gotta start putting all this shit together. You can't just like be like, oh, that's just one thing, and you gotta start connecting to the dots. It's clear.
But here's the thing. We have a call.
Benny.
It's Benny Loco.
Call from Benny. To accept, press.
Hello, Benny Loco.
Hello. Hey, listen. I can't say it enough. Until America ups its fucking cable addiction, the billionaires who own all the mainstream media are not going to stop.
That's right.
Stop funding them, and they'll stop, because the people that work for them, the talking heads, they don't want their salary cut. And if you stop sending these billionaires money, guess who gets hit first?
Yeah.
They're talking heads.
That's true.
So, as long as people are willing to pay for cable television, we'll continue to be fucked up the ass by mainstream media. They're not in this for America. They're in this for their fucking wallet.
Yeah.
And for their coke
I'm
habit.
beside myself. We, as a collective, could shut them down in 24 hours if everybody canceled their cable.
Yeah.
Television's not that important,
I just
but
don't
our
see
freedom
it.
and democracy is.
It's just like, fantasies of, putting somebody in Biden's place right now. It's a fantasy. If everybody cut their cable, yeah, I agree with you. I just don't ever see it happening. People are too fucking addicted to it.
Of course you don't, because America is addicted to television.
That's what I mean.
Just like heroin, just like crack, just like meth. If they don't get their fucking fix, then they fucking feel cheated and jilted. Really?
Exactly.
When you don't have any freedom and you're in a fucking concentration camp because your favorite show was more important than making a silent protest,
Yeah.
then you could sit and ponder that and weep for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, until people actually fucking do something that's not just bitch and complain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're fucked.
I agree with you,
We're
Benny.
fucked.
There's a
So,
powerful image.
You know,
that's
he's
out there.
paying those billionaires $50 billion a year. They became billionaires because of cable television.
Yep.
That's
Let's
right.
show
The
them who
movie-
the fucking boss is by cutting the fucking cord.
And it doesn't make any sense because when you reach the level of being a billionaire, you cannot spend that much money in your life.
Yeah. And
It
not only
can't
that,
happen, so you should
besides the
be-
point, watch the fucking movie Network when they knew that that's where we were fucking headed in the future.
course.
And
And
I watched
what
that movie,
really sucks-
my eyes were fucking way open.
What really sucks is everything and anything you watch on cable, you can see on the internet.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And entertainment is not that fucking important right now, is it?
No.
Is anybody entertained yet?
Nope.
Yeah. So I'm not going
Bread
to
and
stop
circus.
screaming. This is why I got timed out for 24 hours.
What, on
because
YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
because I, have said the same thing repeatedly over and over again. That fucking cable.
Yeah.
Those cocksuckers don't care about anything but their bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to affect their bottom line is to fucking take them down financially. Stop the cable. It's 20th century technology. It's got no business in the 21st century. Period.
I agree.
And if you look at all the futuristic shows, all the people up in space and everything, none of them are fucking watching television. Because it's obsolete.
Yep.
Just the way America's going to be obsolete because people watch television.
Yep. It's bad television.
It's an easy
Yes.
brainwashing device.
And now back to your regularly scheduled
Scheduled program.
programming. I love
Thanks,
you guys,
Benny.
and I'm jumping back in chat to rant and rave some more.
Thank
We
you,
love your
love.
rants
And,
and raves.
There may be a pop-up live stream on Benny Loco because I'm just a little pissed.
Okay.
Well, we
Love you guys.
Love you
agree
too.
with you 100%. We love you too, Benny Loco.
We'll see
Keep
you
ranting
soon.
and raving. We love it.
We'll see you next
Brian,
Tuesday.
Brian, don't vote for Jill Stein, okay?
Who?
Exactly.
Frankenstein? We're blue.
Frankenstein.
We're committed. We're all the way, Benny. Come on now.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Okay, love you
Love
too.
you, Benny Loco. You have a great night.
Yep.
So, to go on what we were talking about, Trump has Barr plus Epstein's plus Pecker files now. And that's another thing that we haven't really taken into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
He has not only the compromise he got on his own, he's got everything that Bill Barr collected from anybody in the DOJ plus what he got from Epstein, the Epstein files, and whatever Pecker got. Because Pecker just testified against him just enough, but he knows that Pecker didn't tell them everything because he never said a bad
Pecker
word.
trickled a bit. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about
I'm not
it.
trying to make a joke. He just trickled a little bit of information out. That's all.
Yeah, and just another heads up, there's also been no reporting on Alexander Acosta. He's the one who brokered the secret federal non-prosecution agreement with Epstein. The one granting him immunity from all federal and criminal charges, along with any of his co-conspirators, shutting down the FBI investigation.
Right.
So, and then Trump rewarded the guy by making him Secretary of Labor. Motherfuck. He knew he was fucking, and then he...
Secretary of Retribution.
Secretary of fucking child rapists. These fucking assholes that really
Disgusting
can't...
fucks.
Yeah, it's been 8 days. So I wrote this yesterday. It's been 8 days since the 300 pages of never before seen. I wouldn't say there were never before seen documents and evidence confirming Trump is a co-conspirator in Epstein and his underage sex trafficking scheme in very graphic detail. Yet, no mainstream media has covered it since it came out in public. I haven't seen one
Another reason
hide
I hate
nor hair of it. It'll be 9
mainstream
days
media.
today.
Yeah.
9 days today.
And it's
But
from
they-
2006, but Alley Ocean. But
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, all the
Call from
ALIOSHER.
the
to
Jane
accept,
Doe,
press 1.
the Jane Doe,
Hello, ALIOSHER.
Hey, guys.
the Jane
Now,
Doe documents are from 2006. So we could have stopped this ages ago, but everybody just
You could have stopped Epstein a decade before
just
that.
shoulder
even.
shrugs from these motherfucker crickets. Go ahead, Allie. How you doing, babe?
Hello,
Hey,
Ellie. Hello.
So, hey, how you doing? So, not to pile on, but even I was making a joke, and I didn't realize how true it was. The only conspiracy is that there's not enough conspiracies. So, yesterday I'm on Facebook, and then I start getting messages. Oh, are there any sources for Project 2025? Now, all of a sudden, everybody's getting messages. Oh, all these memes are wrong. All of them? Really? No, I don't think so.
No, it was reported on NPR today that 140 of the individuals that worked on that document specifically all previously were part of the Trump administration because he had such a revolving door of people that he was firing.
And not only that, what's your source for Project 2025? It's on the Heritage Foundation's fucking website.
Yes.
Look it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
Charlie
right. Well,
Kirk's
that's the other
website.
thing, guys. Yeah, that's the other thing, guys. When I started showing even the people on Twitch, the YouTube video, it's like 14 minutes long. They even edit it down. And they admit right in the video, you don't even have to wait 5 minutes, that this is the way they want the world to work. Any more GOP power, and they will put, Project 2025 into operation. And it's not a suggestion. It's not, 10 years away like some idiots now.
It's a 180-day plan.
It's a
180
manifesto
day
to be put into effect on day one.
180-day
It is a
plan.
manifesto. When you hear manifesto, you think about like the Unabomber and the crazy nutbags like that. This is a just much bigger nutbag coalition, as it were.
Right, but what I'm saying is, isn't it a coincidence that all of a sudden Trump disappears, and now we have all this, Biden's too weak. Oh, Project 2025 isn't real. What a coincidence. All of a sudden, Trump goes away for a week.
Yeah.
And all of a
because
sudden
he
now,
thinks he could beat
well,
Biden.
The reason why he's gone away for a week is because this shit came out 9 days ago.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to face
Right.
the press. Okay? That's one of the main reasons why he's hiding out playing fucking golf.
Yeah.
And not making too many appearances. So that's number one. Because he can't handle the truth. And he knows he's fucking guilty as fuck.
How many
in all
guys
of
just
this.
throw the ball close to the hole for him? Like, because his shit's just going pew, like way off to the side.
No, he's...
Yeah.
Let's not talk about his goddamn stupid-ass golf game. I don't could give two
yeah,
shits.
so I mean, right. So I mean, again, no, but I'm saying, isn't it coincidental? Now, as far as the cable goes, unfortunately, there's the no-compete contracts, which unfortunately Biden tried to end, but courts are fighting Biden on that. So that's another reason
What are you
to
talking
vote
about?
for Biden. The no-compete contract, so in other words, when a utility or a contractor comes in and they put in a no-compete contract so that if a city agrees to use them, like Comcast in Massachusetts, you have very little recourse to go to another company. Plus, they promise to take care of the actual cords, all the connections and all that, and the box. So that's the way they keep the money going in the Northeast.
Creates monopolies.
Is that they make people sign no compete contracts so other companies cannot come in.
Right.
So even though it's a good idea to cut the cord, the problem is they own the wires as well. So that's because I tried calling other companies, and they said, yeah, you're going to be paying $12 to $50 to them anyway.
Yeah.
Because we have no
we're going to be
contract.
we're going to be paying money anyway for just our internet.
Right, exactly. So
even if we
so
cut our
I
cable,
agree.
we'll still be paying for internet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I agree with Benny Loco, but the problem is, as usual, that's the other thing, just like Trump. He finds a way to get in and burrow in just like a worm or whatever, and, you have to clean the whole thing out. You just can't go, just a little bit. You have to clean the whole thing out, and now I'm reading other things on social media that I have to investigate as well about more false electors and stuff like this, too.
Yeah, but I agree with Benny Loco that we got to take some steps to get some things going. We got to make some little. We got to take some of the little baby steps as much as we can. We got to do something. We got to move it forward. So I think that there is a lot to be said there. I personally gave up on cable and on DirecTV and all that shit a while back. DirecTV still calls me like twice a week. I feel like I have like a stalker that I still have, like, baby, please quit calling me. It's nuts. It's insane. They keep calling. It's Sirius XM calls me more than they do, but.
Oh, that's funny. Effing vampires, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you got to, and there's ways to get around it. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff online that you can get, and you can pretty much get all of your entertainment online without having to pay all that much for it. There's ways around it now, and, there's good services out there, but you got to, check it out for yourself. When I was growing up, when I was in my, 20s and shit, a bunch of people that I knew out in Southern California, we all had like a DirecTV type dish, and it was in a 5-gallon bucket with concrete so that we could just aim it in the right place on, out whatever window you had at whatever rental place you were at that year, and you'd get the signal all dialed in and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, nowadays, I mean, you don't even want to do that because they're owned by all of the major corporations, and the major corporations are the six guys.
Put in all these loopholes so you're damned if you do. You put in all these loopholes so you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
And you can't get away from it. They literally have created more monopolies. By Sinclair owning all the radio stations.
It's a 6-pointed star.
It's absolutely a monopoly. That's what it is. Allie, thank you for calling in, honey.
Thanks. Yep.
So
Love you,
I
Allie.
wanted to this is what the Republicans put out yesterday. This is the GOP 2024 platform, and it literally reads like
totally
a Donald.
Not Project 2025.
Yeah, it's totally not Project 2025.
Totally not
like
at all.
Oh my god.
Whatever guy.
Yeah. And okay, it seriously reads like a Trump tweet or whatever, truth or whatever.
Right.
Truth Central. Number 1, defeat inflation. Well, there you go. Biden's already done that for you, fucko.
Happened today.
Yeah. Seal the border. Well,
Biden did that too.
He gave you a plan, and you said, nah, no, we don't want to do that. And stop the immigrant invasion. It's so dumb.
Let them in.
Number 3, build the greatest economy in history. Well, Biden's already done that for you too, fucko.
Yeah.
4, bring back the American dream and make it affordable for everyone. Oh, really?
American dream of owning a house and property and having a skin in the game.
How about
we can make that happen?
Student loans that Biden has been forgiving will actually make that fucking happen right now.
Yeah.
What did you do? No, you don't. You want to reverse all his student loans.
Yeah.
Protect number 5. Protect American workers and farmers from unfair trade. I can't even stop laughing hard enough.
What are we? I'm sorry. What exactly are we getting?
I don't.
Unfairly.
I don't. I have no words for this stupidity.
Gonna win.
Number 6.
We make flex fuel.
Number 6. It just says protect seniors. That's it. Just protect seniors. Oh, by taking away their Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. Social Security. Number 7, cultivate great K through 12 schools leading to great jobs and great lives for young people.
As per the Bible.
Yes. Great,
the one and
great
only
jobs
religion
and
of the
great
United
lives.
States.
Sounds like it came right out of goddamn Trump's mouth. Number 8, bring common sense to our government and renew the pillars of American civilization.
Ooh, wait a minute. That's a dangerous one. That's a dangerous one. The pillars have, some very racist stuff.
Reinvent the pillars of American civilization.
Yeah.
That one sounds scary. That's the scariest one. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9, government by and for the people.
Which people? The ones they like?
Yeah.
The good people?
Oh. Of, by, and for the people. And that's number 9. And number 10, return peace through strength.
I don't even know what to say about that one.
Wow.
Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, like,
hit me with that one
wow.
again. What's that one again?
Return peace through strength.
Return peace through strength. That is the equivalent of your brother declaring that I'm going to make you hit yourself and ask you, why are you hitting yourself? And then I'm going to stop it and I'm going to declare myself a peacemaker.
Yeah. And there was 20 plus more of these. I stopped. I stopped. I was just like, this is just.
You just got the top 10 pillar.
I got the top 10 and I just go, this is a Donald Trump tweet. What the fuck are you talking about?
Potato-headed Charlie Kirk would do this, didn't he?
Please tell me it's a little better.
Oh my God! Stop teasing everybody and thinking that Brian's on the show.
Holy shit! Hello.
Where is Brian?
Any better? Please tell me it's a little better.
Yeah, and the Russians hit the children's hospital in fucking Kyiv this week, and
Israelis
again,
hit one
crickets from the Republicans.
Israelis hit one in Gaza too, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
just crickets. Oh, we love Putin.
Yeah, but it's all about the money that's going. It's when the money goes. That's when they get vocal.
I heard today that the new propaganda is that Ukraine hit their own hospital, their own children's cancer fucking hospital.
That sounds like everything that Putin always says. They're the evil ones. I'm trying to help them, but they're killing their own people.
Why would Ukraine do that to their own infrastructure, their own hospital, their own Ukrainian children, their own
They are crazy.
doctors?
No more questions. Take her off to Gulag.
Yeah.
And off you go, and you would never be heard from again if you questioned it in that particular country. Allegedly. More than allegedly.
No, it's unbelievable to me that these people think they can get away with this kind of gaslighting. I forgot what it was today. Tony and I were listening, and I was just like, the motherfucking gaslighting is really off the charts.
Yeah.
It really has been, and I knew it was going to escalate.
People are getting dumber, so
well, I knew it was going to escalate, but I feel like it's really turning some people off, and they're like, yeah, this is too fucking far for me. You
got to shake some people out of it. You got to, if there's anybody in your lives, you got to shake them out of this doldrum, out of this like dumbing down that they're in. I'm not saying like, go crazy and like, tie them up in your basement or anything like that and make them see your way. But I'm saying you got to sway them over to, if they're undecided at this point, or if they're voting red, you got to sway them over to vote blue, because at this point it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to point it out to them. You just, okay, wait a minute. Just step back for a second.
What
you're saying
we've
that
got here
your guy is the only guy that can get us out of this? Really?
Yeah. Joe Biden is the only person who's running that has not been on Epstein's fucking plane. Not been on Epstein's island. Not been any associated with fucking.
That's brilliant.
That's it.
That's a brilliant
Bottom
point.
line, that's a drop mic moment.
That's a great point. That is.
Just drop it.
Yeah. There's that.
And bringing it back to that. Well,
there's also Biden has never been convicted of a felony that had nothing to do with anything other than the Trump properties. Remember?
What are you talking about?
His fraud was all based on tax fraud in New York.
When you say his fraud, you sounded like Biden's fraud.
No. Trump.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trump.
Biden's never been committed. He's never been indicted for any crimes.
Biden doesn't have anything against him, but Trump convicted of fraud. If you just take that fraud, and if you just take the fraud plus the E. Jean Carroll case, both of which have nothing to do with elections, both of which have nothing to do with running the government in any way, shape, or form.
I would have to disagree with that, because he covered up the hush money election fraud trial. Oh, the fraud in his company,
The fraud in his company is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Election fraud, money trial. Okay.
I'm talking about pre-hush money trial. Don't even get to the hush money trial yet, and you have so much against this guy. Why would anybody even run against him?
Well, that's
Ask them about those things, because they're so focused on the new ones, on the hush money trial, Ask them about the shit that he's already been convicted on of shit that had nothing to do with
Right.
any election whatsoever.
Like Trump University
They have
and
no
not being
ammo.
able to charity.
Trump
and
University,
all
Trump
of,
steak.
Yeah. All of it.
Did you
all,
eat a Trump
everything he
steak and
touches,
survive?
All of his shit fucking.
If you did,
You
call
know.
us at 248-780-9775 right here on HBL Radio Nation because we want to hear from you. We also want to make certain that you like, you subscribe, and you get people to follow us as well. So go ahead and spread us like a virus. Go out there and ask other people to listen to what we're saying because I don't think we're the crazy ones. I think we're talking some pretty fucking common sense shit here. And we're being straightforward with everybody, and we're all voting blue. It doesn't matter what they run, who they run, whatever. We're voting blue. Oh, but there is a flutter in my heart for the day that we get Kamala Harris. And I think that might be 2024.
2028.
2028. Sorry. I am a little stoned and drunk. 2028, when we get Kamala Harris and whoever, if we get Buttigieg with her or if we get Gretchen Whitmer, because I read an article where they were saying that Whitmer and Harris is an unbeatable ticket. And I'm thinking that's great for like the next big election, but not right now. You know, right now we have to focus on who we're voting for.
Running against Trump. There's no fucking way. I have to agree. I have to agree with my husband, and I've seen it myself. There's no fucking way. There are a lot of men in this country will not vote for a woman. No fucking way. I've seen it myself.
It's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have.
There's an old boys club out there that
they will absolutely not vote for a woman. Even though I feel like Hillary was the most qualified person to ever run for president against an absolutely unqualified, bumbling, fumbling, fucking idiot. Like, I'm not a puppet, you're a puppet. It was so clear and obvious then to all of us what idiocracy it would be to have him as our goddamn president. And now we look back and we're like, she was right about everything. She called this out during this debate. She called that out during this debate. She called this out. And goddamn, sure enough, she's been right about all of it. And so, it's time that
from Virginia, Hung Cow.
It's time that guys get over this fucking thing where I know it's not. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to, some guys have been ex-bandmates of mine.
The dudes out there.
You know what I mean?
The bros out there.
They're like, you can't play guitar. We don't want you to play guitar. We just want you to be a singer. Like that kind of bullshit. Oh, God, it fucking pissed me off so bad.
I was a fanboy of Lita Ford when I was 13.
Yeah. Just like...
I don't care, male or female. You make that thing sing, I'm fucking follow. Oh.
Yeah, I like it. So, I've seen that misogyny even in my own family and stuff. So, I don't... And now... You got Kamala, she's getting the racism that Obama got and the sexism that Hillary's gotten.
Colored comment.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
Sebastian
shit.
Gorka just going, oh, yeah, she's colored.
Well, she's colored.
Yeah, like...
In 2024, we have to put up with that. We have to put up with this old cowboy asshole piece of shit misogynistic fuck.
Black jobs.
Saying...
Yeah, what the fuck is a black job? I'll tell you what a black job is. Obama sat at the fucking highest office in the land. That's a black job.
And vice president for...
Obama was so smooth. He was so smooth. Obama was like the Denzel of presidents. He really was. And still is. I mean, he still is like the smoothest of the ex-presidents out there.
Yeah, he's so...
Yeah.
And
but here's the thing.
Classy.
The biggest asshole we had before Trump was W, and W struck up a relationship and a friendship with Michelle Obama. So even he isn't as much of an asshole as the direction that party has gone at this point.
They wouldn't elect him today.
They would not.
Yeah.
They would not. They would see him as weak. They would not run him in the least bit. And I'll tell you what, we've said it before. We're going to keep saying it. Vote blue.
Stay unified.
We're all
Don't
committed.
panic, you guys.
No infighting.
Don't
no
panic.
It's not a
tumor.
We've got to bring our party together.
Yes.
And be absolutely unified.
Solidify for the DNC convention.
110% behind Biden until something happens. And then beyond that, we're voting blue no matter who. Right?
Yes.
But it better be
I like
fucking
that.
Harris.
Voting blue no matter who. Yeah.
It better be fucking Harris, because if you skip over her,
If
a lot of fucking women are going to be even more fucking pissed off and just watch the fuck out.
I'm going to be pissed off too, because honestly, I got to commit to that. If it's not Joe Biden, I'm voting blue no matter who. But if it's not Joe Biden and they skip over and they don't go right with
I don't
her,
even want to
I'm gonna
have
be
this
pissed.
talk. I don't even want to talk about it.
They
because
won't.
it's stupid.
They won't.
It's really dumb to engage in we
They
could
won't.
have this and we could have this ticket and we could have that ticket and
The Hulk could beat up Superman.
Yeah. And I could be a fucking supermodel in the fucking 80s. Yeah. I'm Cindy Crawford, for fuck's sake. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Yeah, I could have been a porn star in the 80s.
Jesus Christ. So dumb. I can hardly stand it. And it's been 2 weeks of nonstop of this coverage, and I'm just
It
like,
has.
That's
what
another
it's-
reason why I'm not putting, because normally I have
Fucking Democrat.
I have MSNBC on almost all day.
You do. It's nothing but sharks up here right now.
I have
Nothing
Shark
but
Week
sharks
on
all
right now
fucking
to
day
scare the
so
fuck
far.
because Trump is scared of sharks and batteries.
Batteries.
And
yeah.
water.
Yeah. Have you noticed a couple of commercials for Everstate batteries for cars and stuff going during Shark Week on this particular show? I just thought
Fucking
I'd point that
Democrat.
out.
I just I'm gonna give them my viewing hours instead.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so whatever.
Well, we vote in different ways, for sure. I mean, we have to vote on
It's
different
my own
things
little
in different
protest
ways.
because I still have
That's
cable.
right.
You know, Benny can
There
kick
are
my
some-
ass and yell at me all she wants to, but
there are some bands that I
until find
won't
something-
listen to. There are some comedians I won't listen
Yeah.
to. There are some things, as soon as I find out, oh, well, something really bad happened with them, they're involved in this kind of shit, I do cut them out at that point.
There was
and
a
it
Clooney
sucks.
movie on last night, and I was like, skip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. When I hear Michael Jackson songs, I skip them now.
Or The Who.
I've heard them 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear them again, number one.
My
Number two,
testicles alone.
I'm not going to give
Right.
the time. I'm not going to give my listening time
the
to this
knack.
shit anymore. Oh, my God. The knack.
Yeah. If you're in, Metro Detroit, you know the knack. But, yeah, you listen to some of you write out some of those lyrics, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's some shit going on there. So, what are you playing? A scene from Leviathan? What the hell? Oh, you got a little Jaws
We're
going.
coming for you, Trump. We're coming for you.
In the middle of the night,
We're going to vote you out of office.
I gotta tell you this quick story.
We're going to do it by 20 million votes.
We will. But in the middle of the night, our cat will grab this one red ball. She'll do a little run around with it. We only have one cat. I know you have a whole zoo upstairs, but we have one cat, and she'll run around with the red ball. And as she's running around, we hear her getting
50
closer
cat
and going
boxes.
away and getting closer and going away. And we're yelling back to her, from the bed, because that's the kind of fur parents that we are. And when she ran into the bedroom with it, and we heard her, doing her little thing, and I could tell she was under the bed, I went into my best Quint, and I went to... She got under the bed. I think she went under the bed. That's from the movie.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, we've done that ever since.
Filthy!
Absolutely love Jaws. Saw it for the 40th anniversary in the theater. That was fun.
Yeah.
But moving on to the atrociousness that we've had to deal with in the past week, and that which continues, the fuckery which continues. Can I add one good thing, at least for today, that I know of? One good thing that I know of for today is that one of our heroes, AOC, brought forward some papers of
impeachment
against Alito
Thomas.
and Thomas.
Yep.
And we need to have more on that. We have to have more on the investigation on that. That's, you know...
We just found out
That's a big
motherfucker
one.
went to fucking Russia and had a meeting with fucking Putin. We just found that out, like, yesterday.
And that included, like, $15,000 worth of bonuses that, like, you know, any other person would have had to pay for that he just happened to get while he was there. Oh, wow, really? Great. Yeah, you're not buying a vote there, are you? And now Trump has this fucking bullshit immunity. They have to go back and they have to potentially look at anything that could be taken from any of that. And I'm afraid that our little bet, we have a bet going for those of you who haven't heard that, you know, what is going to put Trump behind bars first, and I said it was the Georgia fake electors case.
And I said it was a stolen documents case.
And I'm afraid that we might both be off because I think that he might try to use this immunity bullshit to try to wiggle his way out of both of those.
Yeah.
The fake electors case is he's already declared that no, that was all part of working in the office. Trying to take over the government was part of your fucking work?
Yeah.
Let me tell my boss about that because I'm taking that motherfucker's job and salary.
It's absolutely, it's insanity. And the court knows it's insanity, and they're creating this mess for Trump. And also, they know that Biden...
Make the case sticky, you can wiggle out of it, yeah.
They know that Biden won't fucking use his fucking newly found powers to do anything. To like, you know, go beyond what the rule of law used to be. I know for sure.
Harris is going to kick the fucking door down if she needs to, and if she has those powers...
Let's kick the
We
fucking
have
door
to
down.
know
Let's kick the fucking
that
door down.
sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open. Sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that fucking door down.
There you go.
I love it.
I, for one, am all for a matriarchy here in the United States of America. I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. If we keep playing with the old boys club, we're going to keep getting what we've always gotten, which is screwed by the old boys club. Let's go with the matriarchy and see what the people who bring birth, who bring life, the people who want to help everybody because they're motherly and they want to help and they actually have everyone's views in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring that viewpoint in.
Well, I think that we also got kind of like maybe a little energy boost knowing that England and France also fought off fascism this week, and
they did,
and
fought
and
the Tories back.
I think there was other countries, like I want to say Belgium, and there was other elections that were kind of more under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
But France and UK were the two biggest, and you know, upcoming, that we were worried about because you know we see fascism, you know, spreading all over the world, and if we can stop it in the biggest or the wealthiest countries, because the biggest countries are China, Russia, India. They're the biggest populations.
Luxembourg is one of the wealthiest countries, and that thing is about the size
That's
of
what
the
I
average
mean, but
city
the population-wise
in the United
and
States.
and land-wise, you know, China, Russia, India, they have more people than.
That's right.
Yeah. So
you got per capita, and you have overall. And
yeah,
it's two different ways of looking at it.
Yeah, but that's
for
what I'm
sure.
saying. The wealthiest countries are for democracy.
Yeah.
And the poor, you know, fucking Putin's goddamn over there, fucking asking Xi and Kim Jong-un for favors and for weaponry.
Ammunition at this point, yeah.
Oh,
the open market
I heard
system
this
works
today.
so much
Speaking
better.
of
It really
ammo.
does.
Speaking of ammo vending machines are now in Texas and Alabama.
Yes.
Ammo vending machines, people.
Right next to the Bible vending machines.
Right next to, you know, where you can get some Skittles and a fucking Coke.
By the way, I read an opinion piece earlier today that was talking about, it started off talking about how they're putting the 12, the 10 Commandments in some schools in some of the states. And I'm starting to read it, and they're saying about you have to also put this, you have to also put this, and I'm like, is this? And I backed out, and I'm like, yeah, it's Lucian Greaves. It's the guy from the Satanic Temple, who their entire concept is that, like, we're going to point out your bullshit. You're going to say that you have to have the Catholic or the Christian God in school, then you have to allow Muhammad, you have to allow Satan, you have to allow every other known religion in there. And the Satanic Temple was registered as a known religion, so you have to allow the representation of Baphomet in there.
Okay.
Is what he's saying.
Okay.
So he's involved now, and every single time he gets involved, they have to back out.
Yeah.
He's totally in the right.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with worshiping Satan, because I don't agree in
We did not start
anything
America
like that,
as a Christian country, even though they want to believe that. And by the
freedom
way,
from religion.
Jesus never spoke English. Just for your information, maggots. You dumb fucks.
Nobody named Jesus in the Middle East hung out with dudes named Mark, John, or Paul.
Oh my God.
Didn't happen.
Rubs the lotion
Fucking
on its
dumber
skin, or
than
else
dog
gets the hose
shit.
And
again.
if God is all-knowing, why do men have nipples? Just saying.
I don't even know what to say to that.
It's true, though. If you think about it. All-knowing, all-divine, the most brilliant thing ever. And I'm going to design something with nipples that don't need them. I should be as smooth as Ken. Gotcha.
I don't even know what to say about that one. I got nothing.
I see dead people.
We hope to bring you a little laugh here and there, because there's so much bullshit going on right now, and we have to keep
There is
you
no
informed
logic
of
in
it.
this place.
No.
It's not. No, that's how I feel. Republicans have zero fucking logic. If you're going to tell me you are for protecting children, but you go to all these churches and all the churches...
All the red states you can marry a 10-year-old.
All the pedophiles are in your fucking churches.
Yes.
They're all the pastors. Oh, my God.
It's nuts.
Biden's on soon.
Yeah, Biden should be on soon. I don't have the remote down here to change the channel.
Motherfucker, say what one more goddamn time.
Yeah, because everybody is like, are you going to cover Biden during your show tonight?
Are you going to shoot me if I do? What? At this point, I want to go.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Why?
You're tearing
scratch that. Biden's presser's at 7. Okay.
They moved it.
Yeah.
They were scared of us. They didn't want to run into our time. They knew we would rip them to pieces and shreds.
Yeah, right.
Well, what else can we do?
No, Biden is going to do a press conference. A press conference. This guy's been out there doing all sorts of shit, and Trump's been hiding because of Epstein files, because he's a fucking idiot.
That's a t-shirt.
And he knows what?
Hiding from Biden.
Trump has a real conundrum, and it's not Trump's conundrum, because he's too stupid to do anything except what his aides tell him. His aides have a conundrum, and that is that you've put forth that Biden is so frail and he's such a piece of shit, and I can beat him so easily, that you want that going into the elections. But now that they see that some people on the left are saying, well, replace Biden with somebody else, and they're like, well, wait a minute, we could beat Biden. We could easily beat Biden. Now we don't want them to pick somebody else. They don't want to pick somebody else. We don't care who they pick, as long as you vote against fucking Trump and vote blue. Doesn't matter
Look at all
who you
the
vote
Nikki
for.
Haley voters. Nikki Haley's voters were like, yeah, we're voting for Nikki Haley because we don't want Trump. and Trump's a fucking pedophile, and he did $7 trillion to our deficit, and he fucking botched COVID, and all the numerous amount of fucking crazy motherfucking
She
thing
is
that guy.
begging those people to vote for Trump now.
Now she's going back.
Yeah.
I think all those Nikki Haley voters are going to go for fucking Biden because they're like, yeah, fuck them both.
I don't know. They might go for the guy who had a worm enter his brain and start to feed on his brain and then died after it ate what was vapid in his brain. I find that to be so fucking hysterical that this guy is even allowed to walk on the street, much less run for president.
Also a passenger on the Lolita Express.
RFK, really?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why I said
I didn't
Joe's
know
the
that
only
one.
person who's running that has not been on Epstein's plane.
Okay, nice. I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I
that
mean.
it makes sense. The dude's a fucking douchebag piece of shit and took his shirt off the first chance that he could in front of the cameras when he was running. So, big red flag there. It's like, wait a minute, pal. What does this have to do with fucking, forming a good, a good cabinet and getting some shit done for people? Because that's the one thing that the right can't say that they've done. The left, Biden can say that he's done it. If he's going forward, great. We know that same cabinet's going forward. If he's not going forward, we still think that same cabinet's going forward.
So you get
Benny.
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Benny said, don't like your nipples and tiny dicks. Scrub them off. Here you go, maggots. Scrub hard.
There you go.
Everybody in the chat is laughing.
It's not a matter of liking nipples. It's a matter of why did God give men nipples? That's the question that's the atheist question to throw at a Catholic.
In erogenous zone.
Really? Oh.
I don't know. I was just... I'm trying to keep it even a little bit.
You gotta turn it all sexual. I don't know. That's weird. I feel harassed.
I said maybe.
I feel harassed.
You feel
The price is wrong, bitch.
I feel violated.
Jesus, I feel dirty. I need to take a shower. In fetal position.
Oh my
Violated.
You get in fetal position under the hot water.
Oh my God! Well, there's this dude out on our lake that does a handstand on his
oh Jesus!
On his a headstand on his, what do you call it? The little board.
Wakeboard.
Not a wakeboard. It's the where you stand up and do the paddleboard.
Paddleboard.
Okay,
yeah.
So he's out there and he's doing a headstand on his paddleboard.
Is he wearing
and
Speedos?
We're out there with Billy. This is a couple years ago. We're out there with Billy, and Billy goes, "I feel violated," and we couldn't stop laughing.
That's
because it was kind of. It's just kind of what? Okay, dude. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I got invited to a party where I went to, and this old timer was there, the guy that owned the house, and he comes out in a banana hammock.
Oh God!
And he looks at me and he goes, "Do you need a suit? I got some spares." And I'm thinking, "Fuck no."
No.
First of all.
And not only that, it just reminded me of Trump saying this week at a rally, going, "I look great in a bathing suit." Dude.
Well,
no, you don't. No, you don't.
Really, it depends. Do depends make? Otherwise, they're gonna soak up all the water.
They'll be hanging like little kids' diapers. They're so soaked with with pool water. Yeah.
Oh God. I laughed so hard at that I gave myself COVID. Jesus.
I don't have a square to spare.
I don't have a square to spare.
Woo. So,
between all the violations,
What's your prediction for the next week? I mean, I know it's heavy, but we got to get back into it a little bit. What do you think next week?
I think this is going to die down because it's a dead subject. They're
It
losing viewers. People are sick and tired of hearing about how old Joe is. It peaked a while ago, and now people want to hear about Project 2025. There was a graph out there that said the Biden whole thing peaked like 2 weeks ago. Okay, everybody's over it. Now it's all about Project 2025, and it's soaring above.
And in between, they were talking about Trump's lies. Trump's lies went to the top in between those things,
I didn't see
believe.
that part of the graph, but all I just saw was the two pieces. And I just go, well, you know, if you don't know that Trump lies by now, you haven't been listening. You have not been paying attention, or you're in a fucking cult.
Yeah.
That's it, period.
And why can't we be just a wee bit more cultish and just get behind our guy and just stay behind him? Stay pushing him forward. It's the wave that pushes him forward. It's the administration and the cabinet that gets things done. Let's keep these people in there. They've done more than any other administration or cabinet in history. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Let's keep getting stuff done for the people. Listen to what he wants to do the next time around. Come on.
Oh, my God. Benny Loco, again. Picture Donnie in a banana hammock. Not ever.
Jesus.
No,
Wept.
never mind.
Jesus, wept.
Never.
Oh.
She's like, no, never mind. I'll make you go blind. My eyes. Truly Trump is racist. Check sheet. 34 count convicted felon. Yeah, it amazes me that these fucking Republicans still, after all that he has done and after all the fucking fuckery, that they're still behind him. But I go, oh yeah, he's got Bill Barr files, Epstein files, Pecker files, plus his own files.
He's got to create chaos to make that
He's got compromise on the entire fucking
base.
Republican Party, and don't tell me he doesn't. And most of them are fucking closeted gay or pedophiles anyway. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, because I can't fucking find all I see.
I'm with you.
This is all I see. Every time I go on Twitter, it's another fucking pedophile that's from the right.
Guess what? Between this and next week, there's definitely going to be another that was
wait a minute.
uncovered.
You guys, somebody in the chat, tell me about the Trump-appointed judge from Alaska that just got fucked. He just got fucking put in prison, had to quit.
Resigned. Yep.
He resigned. Can anybody give me? I tried to find information on it, and of course, I couldn't find any information on it. I had to do a deep dive.
Headlines. That's it.
I got it. I didn't have time to do a deep dive because I literally haven't had fucking time on it. But I'm like, that got really quickly brushed under the rug, real quick.
Right.
You're all worthless and weak.
And they think we're gonna forget. That's funny. They think we're gonna forget because just because you guys didn't cover it ad nauseum doesn't mean that we don't realize what's going on. That's what I mean is like mainstream media is failing at their fucking job. Twitter is fucking lit up with everything Epstein. I'm sure it's the same on Threads.
Yeah.
I go on Threads every now and again. I don't have that many followers over there, so I gotta get my followers
up. I blew up on Threads. It worked out pretty good for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I gotta get over there and get more followers. But
fucking Democrat.
The stuff is coming out from journalists who are doing the fucking mainstream media's job.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
And just go, why didn't you guys dig this shit up back in the day? I don't understand. It was 9 years after the fucking Jane Doe thing, and nobody said anything about it then either.
I'd like to point out and give total props to Di over here for you brought up Project 2025 to me. I had never heard of it. And there's a show back somewhere in the history, like, a couple of months back, wherever, where you brought it up, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What is it? And then you started outlining it to me, and I'm like, that sounds insane. That sounds nuts. And as we move forward the next couple of months, it's like, holy fucking shit.
At least
this
mainstream
is
media is talking about
forward.
it a little bit.
So at that point, I'm like, well, shit. That's some fucking shit, isn't it? That's really fucking a thing. And I started seeing as to who it was that was writing into that and buying into that. And only today were they talking about how 140 of Trump's former, cabinet members and former administration people and former advisors and former aides were the ones who basically wrote the whole thing that he's trying to distance himself from right now.
God.
It's fucking insane.
And this list of 20 things that the GOP 2024 platform is ridiculous. It's absolutely a fucking Trump tweet.
Keep this monarchy fucking terrorist piece of shit out of office. God. Please, everyone. If you know people who are on the fence, get them to vote blue. If you know people who, and I know Benny Loco does this, if you know people who aren't registered to vote, take them to get registered to vote. Help them get registered to vote.
You literally could go like this, and in 2 seconds, go Google Jane Doe versus Trump and Epstein on your phone. You could literally speak into it.
Right.
Psh, here's the fucking court document. Then you start reading that document. And it says, on the 3rd instance, on the 4th instance, on the 5th instance of when these two fucking raped little girls, it's disgusting. And you read it. You read it to them out loud in front of all their fucking friends. And you go, you're going to support this?
Yeah.
You're going to support this man? And you're going to say, oh, these are fake court documents? No, they're not.
They are going to declare everything is fake.
Look it up.
That's their.
Look
it doesn't matter to them. They won't.
Okay.
They won't.
Look in your own phone. Jane Doe versus Trump versus Epstein. Court documents. Bam.
You and I have seen that, but they're going to say, if that's real, why is he still walking the street? That's their argument. That's not my argument.
Because he keeps escaping justice.
They're pieces of shit, and I totally agree with you. I think the whole thing is, the answer is because the system is fucking rigged, and he's one of the pretty boys who has the money that can keep him on the outside. If he were a young African-American boy...
no, here you go. I'll tell you. This is what you
anywhere,
tell them. This is exactly... Hold on. This is exactly what you tell them. In the late 70s and early 80s, when Giuliani was mayor, he was cleaning out the Italian mafia. And the Italian mafia was highly connected to Donald Trump's father.
Yeah.
That's why Trump Tower is made of cement.
How do you think he cleaned
instead
them
of fucking instead of steel? So that's a whole thing you can look up. It's not a conspiracy theory.
No, it isn't.
They moved out the Italian mob so the Russians and the Chinese could move in. Russians literally own a fucking floor in Trump Tower in New York City. Same with the China Bank. Owns a fucking floor in Trump Tower. There's brothels and all this shit going on. If you don't know about any of this, you got to open your fucking eyes.
Di, let me ask you one question. During Donald Trump's administration, his unfortunate administration, in the United States of America, what foreign entity bought more property in the U.S. during that time?
I want to say China.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Right to the head of the class, of course.
Yeah, farmland, all sorts of stuff.
China, and during that time, like you said, they bought like, 2 or 15 floors of Trump Tower.
So the reason why Donald Trump has never been busted for this is because Giuliani and Trump made a deal with the fucking FBI and the feds that we'll keep telling on all these people as long as you don't come after us. Because look at fucking Giuliani's an absolute fucking criminal.
Just went
bankrupt
today, yeah.
Yeah. So is Trump. And Trump's been using that. He's already had immunity almost his whole life. Because nobody ever, how come every time, even this Alexander Acosta, who got him in Florida on federal charges of fucking sex trafficking. Jeffrey Epstein, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And how come Donald Trump never lives more than 10 minutes away from Epstein in New York City or in fucking Florida?
Exactly.
How many times, we only know how many times Trump flew on Epstein's airplane, but how many times did Epstein fly on Trump's airplane?
Yeah. Not just that. I mean, how many parties were they at with the guy from Victoria's Secret who launched the whole pink campaign based on what Jeffrey Epstein was telling him to do?
That guy was financing Epstein.
Yes.
The Victoria's Secret guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I
found that out, I immediately stopped buying Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
immediately.
Gross. So gross.
Even though they were my favorite bras, but you guys don't care.
Yeah, well, they were gross. Sorry.
I had to stop.
I'm okay with that.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Yeah, global child sex trafficking ring. Yep.
Yeah.
Involving heads of state. Yeah. And
Yeah.
why do you think they got Prince Andrew? Why do you think they got
Prince Andrew was the top one that they got. He was the easy one that they got because she already came forward.
Just by Clinton riding on his airplane,
Victoria Guilfrey,
from one place to the other. He did not go to Epstein's island. He caught a ride on Epstein's fucking jet to go somewhere like for diplomatic reasons, like the Philippines or some shit like that. I want to say
it's disgusting to say, but sometimes you get a blowjob on the road kind of thing, and like just because they were on the jet is enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
They were known to be on the jet. There are photos of the girls on the jet with the guys. They didn't need to go to the island for me to consider them to be complete creepo fuckos who got all rapey with the girls in mid-flight. You're on that fucking plane, shit fucking probably happened.
And all the stories that we've already heard that have already come out, and it's just all massive conspiracy theory when you guys believed that Pizzagate was a thing in a pizza parlor with no fucking basement, you dumb motherfuckers.
That's right.
And you think that Democrats are eating child babies.
They're eating babies for the adrenochrome because the lizard aliens told them to do it.
You know, it's funny how you keep projecting all that shit on us, but you won't see this in plain view, plain sight, in court documents, legal fucking documents. And you don't believe he's been indicted 4 times and has fucking 88 fucking felonies and all. You don't believe any of it. You don't believe that 17 of our intelligence agencies told us that Donald Trump should be nowhere fucking near the goddamn White House.
Partially because he's too dangerous and partially because he's too fucking stupid.
And it compromised.
Yeah.
He could never pass a clearance.
You have to remember that whoever's up at the top is usually just a puppet of, whoever the administration is. And I'm okay with that in Biden's
They're literally
case.
Literally, people on the street think that Obama is wearing a Biden mask running the country. Obama is wearing a Biden mask.
Obama is so busy kicking back and...
That's how far they have to twist themselves
with his wife.
into fucking conspiracy pretzels to make all this make-believe. Like, it's they have to twist themselves. And the conspiracy has to get worse and worse and worse and worse for these people to keep getting suckered in. Otherwise, if you don't make it worse, then it's like that. It's like a junkie, not being able to get their fix.
I truly think that in any... Well, I shouldn't go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to stick with... We need to stick with Biden for now. Biden's our boy. Let's keep going with him.
I'm not going to talk any more fucking hypotheticals. I don't want to hear it from my fucking news either. I don't want to hear hypotheticals. What if, what if, what if, what if, what if?
It's Biden. And you know what Biden's done for us? Infrastructure bill.
PACT Act.
What? Hey.
CHIPS Act.
Hey. Look at today. Where's our unemployment at? Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Where's inflation at?
How about this?
Oh my
one?
God, as of today, it came down. It came down. They're talking about maybe even releasing something a little better to the people.
How about this one? I retweeted it earlier today from Mueller
On the long-term loans, cars, and houses.
Yeah.
And such.
Again, how about this? Again, it's worth noting that Trump's tax cuts for billionaires cost more than Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, the American Rescue Plan, the Infrastructure Bill, the CHIP Act, the PACT Act, the Child Tax Credit, and current programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and the Affordable Care Act combined.
Yeah.
All those 8 things have helped so many fucking people.
Of course.
But Trump wants to give the billionaires, the 1%ers, more tax cuts. When all those things, all that money could go to all those beautiful things that help American people.
Melania's blood red trees. Mercedes blood red trees.
I'm as mad as hell,
Shining.
and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Yeah, and yeah. We've got the Thomas going to fucking Russia. Totally fine. Crickets don't even fucking hear about it. You know. At least Ted Lieu was like, oh yeah, why are you guys ignoring this? The Epstein files? Like, this is like, if any other timeline, this would be front page all day, 24/7 about what a fucking pedophile Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump and Alan Dershowitz and all these people and RFK Jr. that were all on Lolita Express, and we have the numbers and we have the documents. It's all out there. And there's crickets from you guys. It's really fucking pathetic. And you're showing who you really work for. That's for goddamn
It's
sure.
because we haven't dug deep enough and seen what the other names on the Lolita Express were, because some of them may have been some of those 6 individuals who own all of those media outlets.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's why.
And actors.
Yeah. Annie on Twitter said this is from Epstein's grand jury court documents, which were recently released. They have been sealed for 16 years. This is just one page out of 176 pages. Trump is a rapist and a pedophile, and the media is not talking about this.
Nope.
You know, and then you got made up stories about Biden having Parkinson's, for fuck's sake.
Hunter Biden.
Right.
Pull your head out of your ass, mainstream media.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me inject one little piece of information
It's
here.
time to go.
Before we go, keep this in mind. Misinformation is a big thing. When you think of Lizzie Borden, you think of an axe murderer, but Lizzie Borden was acquitted. Keep that in mind. History doesn't necessarily follow exactly what actually happens. So you have to follow exactly everything that happens yourself. I'm Brian P. Gallagher. Thank you for listening.
And I'm Diane Russell. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
HBL Radio Nation out.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Let's put her in charge.
They tossed the ball! The whole fucking bar!
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't reach the other way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad, and literally rock your own face. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my head. Don't ask me why. She probably start to cry. Oh yeah.
It's over. Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, race the other way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad.
It's not a tumor.
I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she probably start to cry, no, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him.
You're the one who asked to be a part of my
registered to
late night
William Guard Captain. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
What color do you want your cap?
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to miles, oh no, no. Got everyone to do it. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor and a dual quad.
Now a warning?
I don't care, cause she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what you do, fucking pussy. You get too high, you get too drunk, you stay too fucking long. That's why they call it a party. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?